So, honorable mentions, part 4, conclusively. Honorable mentions in this chain. Sheikh Al-Allama Ibn Uthaymeen, Rahimahullah. How can we do this list without putting Ibn Uthaymeen and Sheikh Al-Albani inside? How can we not put this? How can we do this without putting these three great Imams, Bin Baz, Uthaymeen, Sheikh Al-Albani, and some other great scholars which we're gonna put in this remaining honorable mentions. So, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, he took knowledge from, we know that he took knowledge from Abdulaziz Al-Afifi, Sheikh Abdulaziz Al-Afifi. We know he took knowledge from also, sorry, I said Abdurazak Al-Afifi. Then we know he took knowledge also from Sheikh Muhammad Al-Amin Al-Shankiti. And we also know he took knowledge from Sheikh Al-Imam Al-Sa'di. But we also know that he took knowledge from Bin Baz. We could not get links from Abdurazak Al-Afifi and Shankiti and Imam Al-Sa'di, but we could get a link from Bin Baz. Bin Baz is someone who links well with so many scholars. That's it. And because Bin Baz links to the descendants of Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab, that's the Sheikh family, it's always very easy to link Bin Baz through this chain. It's always very easy to link Bin Baz to the Sahaba through the long chain which we've already established in part 1, part 2, part 3. So it's very easy to do that. And it's also easy to link Bin Uthaymeen to Bin Baz. So that from here we can also link Bin Uthaymeen to the Sahaba, inshallah. And how we do it is that Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, he took knowledge from Bin Baz. So Bin Baz, rahimahullah, taught Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen in Riyadh in an Islamic Science Institute of Knowledge called Mahad al-Ilmi. So it's called the Institute of Islamic Knowledge, Mahad al-Ilmi. So, yes, or it's a center of knowledge, also called Center of Knowledge, or Center, Islamic Center. So yes, so he taught Ibn Uthaymeen there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in that institute. And that was how he was able to teach Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen. That's how Sheikh Bin Baz was able to teach Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen. So this is how we establish the link. So from Bin Baz, we can establish the link to the Sheikh family. From the Sheikh family, we now establish the links again to Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab, and then Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab to Ibn Rajab, to Ibn Al-Qayyim, to Ibn Taymiyyah, to Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and Ahmad ibn Hanbal, to Imam Shafi'i, to Imam Malik, and that's how we continue. So you can go back to anytime I mention Bin Baz, you know that the link is already established. So you can go back to part 3, part 2, part 1 of this video, so you can know how these scholars I mentioned would link to the Sahaba. So you can know how Ibn Uthaymeen would link to the Sahaba through Bin Baz. If you want to know how, then go back to part 3, part 2, part 1, because Bin Baz links to the Sheikh family. Sheikh family links to Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab, and the list goes on up to the Sahaba, inshallah. So that's number one. Number one, honorable mention, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen. Number two, Sheikh Al-Allama Al-Albani, Sheikh Al-Allama Nasiruddin Al-Albani, rahimahullah. He was mostly self-taught, but although his father was also a person of knowledge, so his father was also like a teacher, and he was heavily influenced by Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab's works, but he was also very heavily influenced by a Shafi'i scholar known as Abdul Rahim ibn al-Hussein al-Iraqi. Yes, so one of his books, which he read very well, And so, yes, this shows that this Shafi'i scholar um, had a huge influence on Sheikh Al-Albani. And from here, we can link this Shafi'i scholar to Imam Ash-Shafi'i. Uh, we don't have that time and we couldn't do research on it, but of course you can link Sheikh Abdul Rahim ibn al-Hussein al-Iraqi. He's popular. You can link him to other scholars, other Shafi'i scholars, and those other Shafi'i scholars would definitely, inshallah, link to Imam al-Shafi'i. And from Imam al-Shafi'i, we can link to the Sahaba, inshallah. So this is how we establish the link from Sheikh al-Albani to the Sahaba, inshallah. So next on the list, Sheikh al-Allama Muqbil. Subhanallah. Amazing Sheikh. May Allah have mercy on him. Sheikh Muqbil ibn Hadi al-Wadi'. So, he also studied, if you look at his history, he studied under Sheikh al-Albani, who we just finished talking about. And he also studied under Sheikh Muhammad as-Somali. Yes, he did so. And yeah, that was mainly the person he studied under, but he studied under Sheikh Al-Allama bin Baz. And bin Baz, rahimahullah, taught Sheikh Muqbil in the Islamic University of Medina. Yes, he taught him there. So that's how we established this link to bin Baz. And from bin Baz, of course, you can see I put again major link, and we can trace the link from bin Baz to the Ash-Shaykh family, from the Ash-Shaykh family, descendants of Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. And from Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, we of course said Ibn Rajab to Ibn al-Qayyim to Ibn Taymiyyah to Ahmad ibn Hanbal to Imam al-Shafi'i to Imam Malik, and that's how we can go from Imam Malik to Hisham bin Urwa, from Hisham bin Urwa to Urwa bin Zubair, from Urwa bin Zubair then to the Sahaba. So Urwa bin Zubair to Aisha bint Abu Bakr, and also from Urwa bin Zubair to Abu Bakr to Ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Abbas. May Allah be pleased with them, rahimahumullah. And this is how we establish the link for Sheikh Muqbil. And let's go to the next. The next is Sheikh Al-Allama Hafidhahullah, Sheikh Rabi' Al-Madkhali Hafidhahullah. And you can see this is an amazing link here, amazing league here, because that's why I put like stars, so you can see Sheikh Rabi', he took knowledge from Sheikh Al-Allama Hafidhahullah Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad. Subhanallah, amazing. And two of them are like contemporaries. Sheikh Rabi' is older with a few years than Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad, but he still took knowledge from Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad. And then Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad took knowledge from Imam Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Al-Sheikh from the Sheikh family. So how did Sheikh Rabi' take knowledge from Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad? It was in also the University of Medina. So it's amazing. Also from the University of Medina. Allahu Akbar. It's just amazing. So that these two heavyweights, may Allah have we preserve them, and we do not praise anyone above Allah. Allah bestowed on them knowledge and gave them opportunity to learn with each other, to be companions. So Sheikh Rabi', he learned from Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad, and they still, I remember they still used to talk with each other even after they became big scholars. And I'm sure if any of them dies, the other would speak nicely about the other. So Allahu Akbar, may Allah preserve these two great scholars of ours, these two Imams. So that was how Sheikh Rabi' took knowledge from Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad from in the University of Medina. And then Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad took knowledge from Sheikh Al-Allama Imam Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Al-Sheikh when he was at Riyadh. Yes, so when Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim was at Riyadh, the educational institute or university, I don't know if it was the same Mahad al-Ilm, the one we talked about. I don't know if it was that same institute of knowledge, but it was when he was at Riyadh in the educational institute or university, and also at the masjid. Yes, Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad also took knowledge from Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim in the masjid. Yes, Allahu Akbar. So it's amazing taking knowledge from the house of Allah, right? The masjid. So he did all of this before the University of Medina opened. So Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad took knowledge from Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim before the University of Medina was opened. And remember that Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad would now go on to be a lecturer in the University of Medina. So this was how the knowledge from Imam Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh was established, how Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad got knowledge from it. So you can connect Sheikh Rabi' to the Sahaba by connecting him to Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad, because Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad connects to the Sheikh family through Imam Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh, and the Sheikh family connects to Imam Muhammad Ibn Abdul Wahhab, who of course connects to Ibn Rajab through the knowledge that he got from his books heavily, and of course we don't say we know that he also had some teachers, and Ibn Rajab to Ibn al-Qayyim to Ibn Taymiyyah, and Ibn Taymiyyah to Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Ahmad ibn Hanbal to Imam Shafi, Imam Shafi to Imam Malik to Hisham bin Urwa, Hisham bin Urwa to Urwa bin Zubair to Aisha, and also Abdullah ibn Abbas. But remember that there are other links. You can still connect from Imam Ash-Shafi to Shaybani, Shaybani to Imam Abu Yusuf to Abu Hanifa, and Abu Hanifa of course connect to Jafar as-Siddiq to Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Hussein, Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Hussein, that's Muhammad al-Baqir, connects to Ali ibn Hussein. Ali ibn Hussein connects to Hussein bin Ali, and Hussein bin Ali connects to Ali radiallahu an. So this is another way of connecting, and already another way again of connecting is through that same Abu Hanifa, who connects to who? Connects to Hamad bin Sulaiman, and Hamad bin Sulaiman goes directly to, it took from Anas bin Malik. Yes, another way is that same Hamad bin Sulaiman. That's Hamad bin Abi Sulaiman, right? He also connects to Ibrahim al-Naqai, and Ibrahim al-Naqai connects to Al-Qama bin Qais. Al-Qama bin Qais connects to who? I'm saying this from my head, all of them from my head. Al-Qama bin Qais connects to Ibn Mas'ud. Ibn Mas'ud then is what? A Sahabi, connects to the Prophet ﷺ. So that's how Sheikh Rabi connects. Then Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abad connects. If you want to do his own connection, it's already obvious. Connects to our Sheikh family through Ibrahim al-Sheikh. So that's how we just repeat whatever I said. So let's go to the next after this. The next is Sheikh Al-Najmi. Sheikh Al-Najmi, rahimahullah. Sheikh Ahmad ibn Yahya Al-Najmi. And how did he connect to Mufti Sheikh Muhammad ibn al-Sheikh from the Sheikh family? He connects to him because in 1384 Hijri, he took knowledge from Mufti Muhammad Ibrahim in his study circles. And also the same year, he took knowledge from the gatherings of Sheikh bin Baz. So I would have put Sheikh bin Baz, but because the chain is closer with Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh rahimahullah, so it's closer, that's why I put it. So Sheikh al-Najmi took knowledge from Mufti Muhammad Ibrahim. I don't know where, but the date is in 1384 Hijri. And this was from authentic sources from Salafi brothers that I know this. And may Allah have mercy on Sheikh al-Najmi. He is one of the big shuyukhs, Salafiyah, one of the Mujahideen. He fights the innovators by warning against them, and may Allah have mercy on him. We pray that Allah would be pleased with him. Ameen. Very wonderful Sheikh. So we move. But before that, you can see how amazing that Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al Sheikh from the Sheikh family. You can see how he connects to up to 3 people. You can see he connects to Najmi here, connects to Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abad, and he also connects to Bin Baz, because Bin Baz took knowledge from him. So yes, now we have Sheikh Al-Allama Ubaid Al-Jabiri, rahimahullah, amazing scholar. May Allah have mercy on him. He died just last year, 2022, right? Died just last year. And here he studied under Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abad. So another link, Abdul Muhsin al-Abad links to him again. And he took knowledge from the Sheikh, that's Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abad, in the University of Medina. So that time Abdul Muhsin al-Abad, like I said, was made a lecturer in the University of Medina. So he took knowledge from him. Yes. And that was how we established this link. So then we know that Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abad links to Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh. And so from the Sheikh family, so how to connect Sheikh Ubaid al-Jabiri to the Sahaba, inshallah, is using this, where he connects to Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abad. Abdul Muhsin al-Abad connects to the Sheikh family, descendants of Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, so they connect to Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, knowledge connected through the. Then Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab took knowledge from Ibn Rajab, from his books heavily, and of course he had teachers, and Ibn Rajab took knowledge from Ibn al-Qayyim from Ibn Taymiyyah, from Ahmad ibn Hanbal, from his books, and heavily, and also of course he had teachers. Then Ahmad ibn Hanbal took knowledge from Imam Shafi'i. Imam Shafi'i can connect 2 ways. Imam Shafi'i took knowledge from Imam Malik, but also took knowledge from Ash-Shaybani. Ash-Shaybani took knowledge from Abu Yusuf. Abu Yusuf took knowledge from Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa took knowledge from Ja'far as-Siddiq. Ja'far as-Siddiq to Muhammad al-Baqir, Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Hussein, and Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Hussein took knowledge from Ali ibn Hussein. Ali ibn Hussein took knowledge from Hussein bin Ali. Hussein bin Ali took knowledge from Ali ibn Abi Talib, radiallahu anhu, who is the Sahabi who took knowledge from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. That's how we connect through one way from Imam al-Shafi'i, and the other way from Imam al-Shafi'i is that he took knowledge from Imam Malik. Imam Malik took knowledge from Hisham bin Urwa. Hisham bin Urwa took knowledge from Urwa bin Zubair. Urwa bin Zubair took knowledge from Aisha, and Aisha radiallahu anha, and he also took knowledge from Ibn Abbas, and Ibn Abbas and Aisha radiallahu anha, they connect to the Prophet. They took knowledge from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. But we forgot one way, that also from Abu Hanifa to where Hamad bin Abi Sulaiman. Hamad bin Sulaiman connects to this thing, connects to Anas ibn Malik. So you can see even three ways where we can connect from so we said Imam Ash-Shafi'i and Abu Hanifa. Imam Ash-Shafi'i 2 ways, Abu Hanifa and 2 ways, but we already coupled it to become like 3 ways here, depending on the links. So this is how Sheikh Ubaid al-Jabiri connects to the Sahaba, inshallah. Let's go to the next. Then this is the last, and we just made it as an honorable mention because the fact that someone spoke about Sheikh Hassan Abdul Wahab Marzuq al-Banna is what also inspired me to also, inshallah, do this video. So Sheikh Hassan Abdul Wahab Marzuq al-Banna, rahimahullah, I think he died either 2020, around that time. We can connect him to the chain, connect him to the Sahaba, inshallah, because he became a companion. From his biography, you look at the biography from good Salafi brothers who posted it in their websites. He became a companion of Bin Baz, rahimahullah. So if you're a companion of someone, of course you would take knowledge from that person. You cannot be a companion, and he became a close companion, and they loved each other for the sake of Allah. So there's no way that these two would love each other for the sake of Allah and they would not exchange knowledge. So Sheikh Hassan Abdul Wahab Marzuq al-Banna rahimahullah took knowledge from bin Baz rahimahullah by being a companion of him. I'm not saying that by being an outright student of him, but by being a companion of him, inshallah. So if he connects to bin Baz connects to the Sheikh family, and you know how the connection goes. I don't have to repeat it. I've been repeating it too much, so you can always rewind back to see how the connection goes from bin Baz to the Sahaba, inshallah. And this is where we end from the contemporary scholars. So it's been amazing how we linked the contemporary scholars to the Sahaba. One last thing though is we want to also summarize. We want to summarize how they connect, how many links, who has the highest links in this video, who has the highest links in this diagram. So from this video, the one who has the highest links in terms of giving knowledge, right? That's the one who gave knowledge the highest in this links, in the links. That's in the context of links, not in the context of students, in the context of this video itself, the people, the scholars in the map that I put, not in the context of any other thing else. I hope you understand me. Is bin Baz. He has 6 hyperlinks. So bin Baz has the highest links in terms of giving knowledge. So bin Baz, he gave knowledge to Sheikh Al-Fawzan. He gave knowledge to I don't know whether the word giving knowledge is right, but anyway, he taught, let's say bin Baz, he taught Sheikh Fawzan. He was able to benefit Sheikh Fawzan with some knowledge. He benefited Sheikh Fawzan. So he also taught bin Uthaymeen. He taught Sheikh Muqbil. He taught Sheikh Rabi'. He taught An-Najmi. And he taught Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad. May Allah preserve and have mercy on them all. So you can see the 6 hyperlinks: Sheikh Fawzan, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, Sheikh Muqbil, Sheikh Rabi', Sheikh An-Najmi, and Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad. All of them, they studied under Sheikh bin Baz rahimahullah. So you see how Allah honored Sheikh bin Baz like this. So much knowledge gotten from him, gained from him by these 6 imams of Sunnah. So that's number 1, bin Baz with 6. And number 2 is Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh rahimahullah. He has 3 hyperlinks of he gave knowledge, or Ibrahim bin Baz benefited, gained knowledge from Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh, and then Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad also gained knowledge from the Mufti. And okay, I need to go to the Mufti, good. And also An-Najmi. So like I said, Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh, he taught bin Baz rahimahullah. He taught Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad hafidhahullah, and he taught Sheikh Ahmad Yahya An-Najmi rahimahullah. So 3 hyperlinks. So he's the second in the list. First on the list, bin Baz. Second is Mufti Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh. Based on this diagram, not based on anything else, because I don't know the statistics based on anything else, but only based on this diagram, based on this video I did. You can go to part 1, part 2, part 3 to see the full diagram, inshallah. I hope this was beneficial. May Allah forgive me if I made any mistakes. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If there's any correction of which someone has evidence, has proof for, you can drop it in the comments below, inshallah. Major links in the chain, remember, are bin Baz, then so Sheikh bin Baz rahimahullah, then Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab rahimahullah. These are major links in the chain. Like these are vital people in the chain. Then Mufti Muhammad Ibrahim al-Sheikh, major links in the chain. Imam al-Shafi, major links in the chain. Abu Hanifa, and Imam Malik. These are major links in the chain. You can see about how many of them? 5 of them. So these are major links in the chain. Jafar as-Sadiq, another major link in the chain. 6 of them now. Jafar as-Sadiq, Imam Jafar as-Sadiq, another major link in the chain. Hamad bin Sulaiman, Hamad bin Abi Sulaiman, another major link in the chain. So you can see how these links are very important. And with this, we say again, Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.